Greetings from Quartzsite, Arizona. Today we have a little bit of a different style video for you as we open our books completely and share with you exactly how much we spent in a month. Now in that month, we traveled from Dallas to Corpus Christi, over to the Big Bend area, then into New Mexico to travel White Sands National Park, and then over to Tucson, Arizona. So we got a lot of travel in 1 month, which means we may or may not have spent a lot of money. So come along with us as we get super vulnerable today and share this all with you.
So we have a little bit of explaining to do before we get started today. This month of spending is way higher than we planned for and way higher than what we're on track to do in March. This was the kickoff to our out west trip. We had just spent like almost 2 weeks with our friends in Dallas, and then we really started traveling. We were finding some really cool places. We got a little excited about the vegan restaurants that we could find. So just know that these numbers are very inflated from where we want to be and where we need to be, but we want to be open and honest and share these with you guys. So this is truly what we spent in the month of February doing full-time travel in the van.
And we know we have a problem.
Big problem.
So we promise to be better.
But first, coffee.
So as you guys know, as you've seen in our videos, we love to try new coffee shops. So we put that as a line item as an expense, and it is a little high this time around, especially because there was a coffee shop in Corpus Christi that I may or may not have gotten a flight of mimosas at.
That was like close to like $100 if I remember correctly. And I bought beans, like coffee beans, so the number's pretty high.
So normally it's a little lower, but yeah. We ended at $187.08.
Coffee. The next category on our list is diesel, and this was truly a month of pretty much full-time travel. We went again from Dallas, Corpus Christi, to the Big Bend region of Texas, all the way up to White Sands in New Mexico, and then over to Tucson. So we were constantly traveling a bunch. We were settling down for a couple days, but then we did big trips in between. So I don't know how many miles that is. Maybe I'll pop it up right here, but we spent in total for the month of February on diesel $408.26.
Not bad.
Not too bad.
After that, we do have some recurring bills that we just have auto payments on. So one is our van payment, which is pretty hefty. And then we have our insurance for our van and our phone and internet, which is our Starlink internet. So all of that combined is $877.34.
High, but we knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
Next category.
I'm glad you got this one.
I am ashamed of this category. I cannot believe how much I spent in this category, and it was pretty much all of me. This category is groceries.
Insert clip of him coming back from grocery shopping on our tour day, just saying,
I like to buy good food. I had like a full breakdown moment essentially when I saw the total of this number. This also includes a Super Bowl party for us too. So it was like almost a whole nother grocery shopping day just to have that Super Bowl party, but this is still way higher than I want it to be. I do like spending money on food and good food, but it was a lot of junk food and that kind of stuff, Super Bowl food. So the total we spent in the month of February on groceries and essentials, shampoo, the coconut coir for the toilet, you know, cleaning products, paper towels, buying our jugs of water. I'm trying to reason this out with myself. $1,201.74. That is disgusting.
That like gives me heart palpitations.
We vow to be better.
You vow to be better.
I vow to be better.
Not much better is our experiences line item. So this is anything from going out to eat, which we did quite a few times because we were in like new cities. Mm-hmm. It also includes things, we had to buy a new national parks pass at the start of the year.
Yep.
And
that's $80.
Yeah, just like any experiences. Sometimes we like to go go-karting or something like that. So All of that combined was $758.45. We have to be better.
We have a problem. We've realized we have a problem. Now we gotta fix it. All right. Next category is one that I hate spending money on.
Mm-hmm.
This is parking or campground fees. So we try to avoid this pretty much at all costs. One of my favorite sayings is, if it's for free, it's for me. And we truly try to stay at Cracker Barrels or boondocking or BLM land. But at some cases on this trip, we had to pay for the campgrounds. So this was in Big Bend. We stayed there for a while, and in Marathon, Texas. We stayed there for
a long time.
6 nights, I think. Although it was only $15 a night, that still adds up when you start staying there close to a week. And then, yeah, when we were in Big Bend Ranch State Park, you're not really supposed to boondock inside the park. So we paid to stay on one of their camping spots, essentially a parking lot on the side of the road. That category came to $97. So, yeah, hate to spend it, but not too bad.
Yeah. Next category is the most important category of them all, which is Cliffy. He's a little boy. Yeah. So Cliff's expenses were a little higher than normal last month. His dog food is $50 per bag, so that's already somewhat expensive. We get it about every month and a half or so. But he also had to take a trip to the emergency vets on a Sunday when everyone else was closed because he was having some belly issues when we were in Tucson. So that brought our expenses up, but it's always worth it to make sure your baby's okay.
Yeah, the peace of mind on the Sunday was worth it to us, so we did bring him in, which obviously inflates the category, but yeah, it is what it is.
Any dollar amount is worth it for him.
Yeah, you guys know if you have pets. It's just the way it is.
So that brought it to $284.16.
Next category is one that I also don't love spending money on, but that is propane and dump stations. So we kind of lump those two together. Propane isn't too bad. It's usually like between $20 and $25. And that runs our refrigerator full time, our 2-burner gas stove that we cook on every night, and then hot water heater for when we take our showers. Most of the time it's our free showers. If you guys watch our past videos, you know what that means, but we love having the luxury of having hot water, so we do fill that up. It lasts about a month and a half, so it's not too bad, but we needed it in Tucson. And then dump stations. Out west, a lot of big gas stations have dump stations right at them, which is super convenient to us. We'd rather just pay the $10 and get that over with than have to drive all over looking for one. So not too bad on this category. For the month of February, we spent $33.42 on propane and dump stations.
It's our best one yet.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I like that.
The next category is also very important. It's the treat yourself category. So this is anything from, you guys know we love to buy like patches and stickers as like memorabilia from our trip, and we went so many new places, so that definitely brought it up a little high. But this is also, Cody goes to the barber about once a month.
Yep.
So I have him cut my hair, but he still goes to the barber. He doesn't trust me. And then Cody bought me a sweatshirt at White Sands National Park, and he may have bought himself a treat when we were in Marathon.
Listen, I came back from a one-wheel ride. The wind was blowing in my hair, watching the sunset go down on the middle of nowhere, and I was high on life. Went past the little liquor store in town and saw a really cool bottle of tequila. It was like a full skull with a sombrero hat on. I just had to have it at that moment in time. So that was $80. Normally would never spend that. Honestly, had buyer's remorse when I got back and felt panicky about spending that amount of money. But it was cool. We're going to send the bottle back home to hopefully keep. But yeah.
And sometimes Cliffy wears the sombrero around. The total was $273.33.
High, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Last category before we get to the total is gifts and postcards. This is little things that we like to buy for other people. We also have a Facebook group called Cody and Jillian, and sometimes we'll put things up there and say, like, guess how many days we lasted off grid or what brought us into town, things like that. So we love sending postcards back home to people. It's super fun and be a cool way to connect. So if you guys want to join our Facebook group, go ahead. But yeah, not too bad on this category. All in, we spent $27.72.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Which brings us to the total.
Which brings us to the total for the month of February, full-time traveling in the van.
And again, we know we have a problem.
Yeah.
And we vow to be better.
We've looked at our projections of where we are in March, and it's certainly closer to where we want to be. Yeah, I think we've given enough reasoning to why. Still just so much money on paper, but know, guys, that again, we've saved for 7 years for this. We went way too hard on this first month, but we saved to do things like this and be able to do that. So we're not saying this number to brag. We hope it's not coming across that way, but we just want to be open and honest. And also, this has been a great kind of exercise for us to go through, to look at our monthly expenses and add them up. So
yeah,
drum roll. The total is
$4,149.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about that. Besides, well, we're gonna be better. We're gonna spend a little less in March. We're starting to figure out this van life thing. Like,
yeah,
we've realized that, you know, when we go off grid and we're in places like we are now in the Arizona desert, that we don't spend as much money. So it's kind of go into the city, enjoy that life, go out to some restaurants, and then kind of go to places where we don't spend as much money.
We really hope you guys appreciate us being so vulnerable with you. It's definitely like ripping off a Band-Aid, and just like, it's not easy to open up like this, but these are things that we always wondered when we were preparing for van life. So even if this like helps one person, that is like worth it to me. Yeah,
I watched a ton of these videos before we started in van life, really as we were kind of making our roadmap to try to figure out what people were spending. So this is us being as open and honest as we can. It's crazy to talk about money online to me, but I think it'll be worth it, and we hope you guys find this valuable. If you guys like it and you want more of this content or kind of a monthly recap, please let us know if something you guys like. We'll do more of it. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. We truly appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Peace.